So this is the second part to week 3, and here I am lunging her. This was probably one of the first times I had lunged her, and she does really good walking around me and yielding her hindquarters and coming in to face me. And she also does really good with what I call sending and changing directions. There she starts to go the other direction, and I just stopped her and pointed her in the direction that I wanted her to continue going. And again, she's really good with walking around me. There I made the mistake, I got in front of her shoulder, and so she got a little confused and turned into me. But I just corrected her again and sent her back around. And this was the first time that I had asked her to trot on the lunge line, and you can see she gets a little excited and rambunctious and tries to take off, but I just pull her back around and go back and try it again. This here was a lot better. She didn't try to run off, but it was pretty speedy, as you can see. And then I told her to whoa, and she stopped really good. And this trot around was actually really good. And she stopped again, went back down to a walk. Here I'm asking her to send again, and she was being a little stubborn, but then she went. And yielded her hindquarters and faced me. So that was really good. Again, we are working on lunging, just getting her to move around me. Asked her to yield. This is where, so she's sending again. Get her going around me. Just working on change of directions. And she does really good turning in to face me. And then I asked her to back up here. So we were just doing basic groundwork stuff on this day. And then I asked her to move her hindquarters over, and she does it really good that way. This way she was not so quick to do it, and I kept readjusting how I was cueing her, but eventually just started tapping her with the end of my whip here, and just increasing the pressure until she did it. So there I start tapping her. And keep tapping, and then she yields, and I reward her for it. So now I am asking her to pick up her feet. And what I was also doing was preparing her for her farrier appointment she was going to have the next week, and so I would put her hoof kind of between my legs like the farrier does. I would just lean the toe against it so I wasn't fully between my legs, but just enough that she could kind of get used to it being there, and then I would stretch it forward.
Very good. Good job. That's confusing. Why are you doing that?
And again, you can probably see it better on this side. But I asked her to lift it, and then I just rest the toe on the inside of my leg. Just so if she does yank back like she is doing there, I can easily move it out. So there she was yanking it a bit, so I just took it out, held it up until she relaxed, and then put it down, and then I went back to try again. And again, back between the legs, she is yanking it. And so I stretched it forward. That was actually a really nice stretch there. It's better than the other leg. And then I go back again. And this time she did a lot better. You can see I'm just leaning against the inside of my leg.
Oh, that's so much better.
And that was really good.
Good job.
Then I move on to the back leg. And what I was doing with this was stretching it out and resting it against my knee.
Good job.
And then I would stretch it forward.
Good.
And again, I did the same with the other leg.
Very nice. Moving it forward.
And we kept working on this over the next couple days to where she would allow me to put her front leg fully between my legs and to really stretch out her back legs. So I was starting to prepare to let her out into the pasture, so I would let her into the lower lot here with the other horses, which is a lot bigger area. And then I wanted to make sure that she would allow me to halter her in a bigger area. So I let her out there, let her wander around for a little bit, and then I came in with the halter. And she allowed me to halter her, and that was really good. It was a very great week for her.